Hey, hello, welcome back to another episode of This
Or
Is...
maybe over here. Hello, universe!
Hello.
Tyler Barker Prime.
Yeah, so this is my first ever, This Is Not Late Night Tyler Barker podcast. You're
Not
my
yet.
first ever guest to be on this unique experience.
Woohoo!
And so, welcome. Evan,
Welcome.
thank you so much.
Sure,
for
yeah,
the
yeah.
show.
It's
This
great
is
to be here.
great. Actually, this is our seventh
It's a lot. Yeah. It's been a number of pods.
that we've done.
2, 4, yeah, maybe 7.
Yeah, because I remember my first time here, and then the second time we did yours, because you do the international.
Seattle College's Conversations With. Check it out on Apple Podcasts or YouTube.
Yeah. So what has that been like?
Great.
Is it really
Been
exciting?
great. So my podcast here, I work for Seattle Colleges here in the great city of Seattle, Washington. We have 3 campuses. I'm located at the central campus, but we use the podcast as a way to reach out to students, give them a really easy way to learn about being a student in the United States, learn about community colleges, because a lot of times they don't understand what's a community college. Mm-hmm. I designed the show so that they can just get good information about being a student, whether they come to Seattle Colleges or not. I mean, we hope you'll come to Seattle Colleges, but if you don't, that's okay. I'll just cry myself to sleep at night, just knowing that you didn't come here. But check out the podcast. A lot of great information. We interview students, staff, government people, other universities to highlight that transfer process. We're in our 4th season.
That's so cool. Oh my god, the 4th season. I bet you've learned a lot from season 1 until
Dude.
season 4. I would imagine so, right?
Lots, yeah. Yeah, a lot. In fact, when I first started, I was using this little mic that I use. It's really more of a guitar mic.
Yeah.
But I didn't have any other equipment, and I kind of got the green light to try out the podcast.
Yeah.
And the reason I did a podcast is because I needed to do something to reach out to students. And every university, every college in the U.S. has a channel on YouTube. They have Instagram, they have Facebook. And I was just like, what could we do that's different? And I looked around and not many schools have podcasts.
Right.
I was like,
yeah.
I'll do it.
Yeah.
So that's what I did, and it's been really popular. We've got a lot more subscribers now.
That's so cool.
I've had, I think maybe I've told you this, but I've gone to other parts of the world and had people recognize me now.
That is so freaking
Which is really weird.
No way. That's crazy.
I went to Senegal, West Africa. I went to the embassy to do this talk, and a kid was just leaning against the fence, and I walked up to give my passport to the guards, and the guy goes, I've seen your podcast.
That is so cool.
Yeah, and I was just in
my
Saudi
God.
Arabia recently, and I had some people say that they had watched the podcast. So it's happening more and more. Just people would be like, hey, I watched your podcast.
Oh my God.
That's really cool. Totally unsolicited.
Yeah.
I don't really know who I'm talking to. It's really kind of fun.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
What a fun experience.
Minor celebrity. Super minor.
That is so cool. But it's even fascinating that's in different countries. So you're that means that you're
Right.
connecting different cultures all together.
Absolutely. I mean, most of our audience is overseas, although I do have a domestic audience now. But most of them are outside the country because that's kind of who we're targeting.
Yeah, that must feel so inspirational.
It's cool.
It's oh my God, what? That's crazy. Watch my show. That's insane.
It is really great. Because when you try something new, you're like, I don't know if this is going to take off or not. But I worked really hard myself, and some of my other recruiters, not my recruiters, the other recruiters here have also, used the podcast to reach out to students and say, hey, check this out. So just slowly that audience is built. It's been really great. And a lot of people find the information useful. I don't have data on who's watched the show, but then they make a decision to go elsewhere. But I do know that we've had a number of students decide and choose Seattle Colleges simply because they watch the podcast. And that makes me feel pretty good.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
That's great. One of the favorite part of the job, really.
Yeah, yeah. Do you think did they ever ask, can I be on your show?
Yeah, actually more and more all the time. Now that I've got traction, I have international students actually approach me.
No way.
They were like, please
That's
let me be on your
crazy.
show. Can I be on your show?
That's insane. 'Cause-
Especially students that are like in marketing, or they're studying business, so they kind of want the experience of what
Yeah.
I'm doing.
yeah, that is awesome. Because I remember you were like trying to find people, and there was like other people that weren't into it, and
Yes.
you had to like keep going and like doing it over. Because that's where I'm at right now, like on my podcast stage, where it's like I find people and they're just not interested. I'm like, oh, okay, fine, no, whatever.
Right.
So like I'm also like at the stage where it's like I'm trying new and different things, like
Sure.
trying different styles and whatnot.
Yeah, knowing what you're, it's nice to have a focus so that they kind of know what they're getting into. It's like, well, why am I coming on your show? I mean, it could just be like, I think, didn't you have, was it called Coffee Talk or Table?
Oh yeah, table for two.
Table for two.
That's right.
So, you're just doing conversations,
Yes,
basically.
yes,
so if
yes.
that's your focus, which I think is really cool, and inspirational, by the way, just go with that and just say, looking for unique individuals, just kind of talk about their lives, letting them know how long you're going to be interviewing them. All those little details help them have a framework in their mind so that they're less likely to say no.
Right.
And it just takes planning too. I mean, I do it every week. So sometimes I have to look months down the road. It's like, oh, I know I'm going to be traveling, so I need to bank a few episodes. So like I'm not under pressure every
Yeah.
week to do it. Like if I can get a few done in a row, like the other day I went out to South Seattle College and I did 3 interviews back to back to back. Just so I can bank them, which is great because it's a bit of a stretch to
Yeah.
drive out to South Seattle. So I wanted to get that done, and I want South to be well represented.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
Anyway,
That-
it does take planning.
Yeah. Have you had like a favorite episode you enjoyed the most?
Oh man, that's really hard. That's a great question though. I don't know. I just like them all because everybody's so different. Like I've had shy guests, I've had really outgoing guests, but they all have like these unique experiences on like how they got to the United States. So it's hard for me to choose one that I really like the most. Although if you talk to my mother and Royce, they're probably my most loyal listeners.
Nice.
Shout out to you guys. Love you guys. But the Young family, they listen every week, and I know they definitely have some favorites.
That's cool. Okay, so now this has been on my mind recently. So I like the idea of traveling, and so like I would like to, since I'm like in the age of like go travel, and so
But like my bank account's empty.
right, your bank account's empty. So what do you do with that?
That's a really great question. I just started watching a vlog today or yesterday. I can't remember what it's called. Something away. Anyway, these 2 vloggers, they're travelers, and they got some really great information. They talk about how they can travel for free. If you can do a job that allows you to live and work overseas, like teaching English, for example, like maybe when you're done with school, you go spend a year or 2 in Japan teaching English to Japanese people, or go to China and teach English. So then you're over there already. So you're teaching during the week, and then on your free time, you go visit cool locations. That's one way to do it when you're poor. Another way is to have a job where you just like teach online. Like I taught for VIP Kid for quite a while, where I was teaching Chinese students online. I was able to make enough money where my wife and we just lived in Europe, and I made enough I wasn't getting rich, don't get me wrong, and I didn't have like medical benefits and that kind of stuff, but it was enough for us to kind of be there and live and travel around. And for you, you're young, so medical benefits might not be as big a deal for you. You can just go travel. You're also unencumbered, like you're not married, you have no kids, you have no dog, cat. So this is a great time to go out and do it. So maybe, also if you have special skills, building a small business where you can do that stuff remotely, that's another great way to do it. Like if you're into desktop publishing and designing, that stuff's getting easier to do with AI, so I have a feeling a lot of those are going away. But if you can find something that isn't impacted too much by AI, I feel bad for your generation, man. 'Cause AI is going to kill everything. I'm just so cynical, and I've been listening to this book called Life 3.0, which I recommend everybody check out. It's kind of a dense, I mean, it's accessible material the way they write it, but it's also a lot of physics, and I mean, there's just a lot of information in there. But they talk about all the different scenarios, like maybe AI will make us a utopia and everything will be wonderful, or maybe the robots will kill us all.
Yeah.
I mean, and then there's like all these variations in between those two endpoints of what could happen. I tend to be on the pessimistic side. I think AI is really going to screw up society big time. But hopefully, maybe things will be okay.
Yeah.
Kind of got off on a rant there. So.
No, it's okay. No, you're fine. You're good. You're good. So like, okay, so that kind of like goes up to my another question where like you have friends, right? And then like you tell them like, hey, let's go traveling, and then they have the yayers and the knowers. Like you say yes, but then they actually never actually do it.
Like,
So then do you go by yourself and just travel then, like, or what do you do with that?
Well, I would travel alone if I were you.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the nice thing about traveling alone is you have no one else you have to worry about. Like if you just want to get up and go, or you want to do things that are spontaneous, you just do them. I think that's a really great way to go. And you're always going to meet people on the road anyway.
Right.
I mean, unless you're in a hotel room all the time and just totally shy. I'm not worried about you.
Mm-hmm.
You're outgoing, so you're just going to meet people and you're like, yeah, let's go to Tokyo today or whatever, and then you just do it. I love traveling with my wife. She's a really great traveler. We're very compatible.
That's cool.
But it does change the dynamic.
It does. Yeah.
So I like to just plan trips with her, so I know, like, when I go, she's one of those kind of people, love you, honey, but she's one of those kind of people that are just like, you plan it, I'll just be there.
Oh,
do
that's
whatever.
nice. Oh, that's cool.
And so I'm kind of just, we're going here now. And she's just like,
Okay, sounds great. Let's do it.
Yeah.
That sounds amazing. That's great.
But when I went by myself, I can just,
Do whatever you want.
If I don't want to sleep, I don't sleep. If I don't want to eat, I don't eat. But when you have other people to worry about, you don't want them getting hangry. It's like, I haven't eaten, or I'm cold, or I'm wet, or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, if I just only worry about me, it's
That's
really
fine.
great.
Was there ever like a situation that was like really dangerous but wasn't actually dangerous? And you're just like, whoa, that was fun. Okay, all right.
I can't think of anything off the top of my head. Although I did take a backpacking trip. This was quite a while ago. I was pretty young. Took a bunch of Boy Scouts in the Weminuch Wilderness area of southwestern Colorado. And it was early in the season, and we were really high up in the Rockies. So there was a lot of snow still, a lot of runoff on the creeks. And we were crossing one fairly swollen creek. And I just went to step from one rock to another and slipped or missed it, or I don't know, but I bashed my head on a rock, and I went up to here in freezing cold water. So we had to stop our hike for the day and immediately set up tents and get me out of my wet clothes, because hypothermia is a real thing.
Yeah.
So I had to get dry clothes. I had to get warm again. I was bleeding from my head, so
dude.
we had to make sure I didn't get a concussion or anything. And there were only 2 adults on the trip. It was me and one other adult.
Oh no!
Everybody else were minors, so they kind of needed us healthy. So we just stopped, ate, got warm, and just made up for it the next day. So yeah, I've had that kind of situation happen. But traveling internationally, I've just been really lucky, knock on wood. Like, I've accepted a ride from somebody that could have turned bad, I suppose. I was in Canada once, just cruising around, and I met this guy in a bar. And rather than staying I was going to stay like at a hostel or Airbnb or something.
Yeah.
But he was like, I'll give you a ride an hour and a half north of here, and you can just stay at our house. So, I'm like, sure, yeah. I have no idea who this guy is. But we drive, way out into the woods of British Columbia.
Journey.
They could have eaten me and buried my bones. But thankfully, that didn't happen. It was a great experience. You got to be careful. And I just probably could have been more careful then.
Right. Yeah.
I've been lucky. Thank the heavens. Yeah.
Cool. Can I take a break really quick?
Sure, take a break.
Okay, we'll be right back. Okay, welcome back.
It's like this vomiting of information.
Right? I love it though. It's so cool. Okay, I got a question. So when you're younger to where you are now, do you think you'd be here? Like, do you ever look back and reminisce about like when you're younger and all that? Like, how do you deal with that, like loneliness and like?
I don't ever get lonely.
That's great.
I never get lonely. That's my thing. And
good.
I have a hard time relating to people who get really homesick or they get really lonely because I just don't. I don't know how it is for you. I'd be curious to know, but like wherever you go, there are people you can connect with. It does take a little bit of courage to walk up to someone or to just start a conversation. But yeah, I just don't. And sometimes I just like being alone. I mean, I think my advice to you guys, you young people out there, get comfortable in your own skin, whatever it takes. Because being alone is nice. There's a lot of tranquility, gives you time to reflect. There's no having to worry about other people. Now, that I also want to say and challenge you all to do service above self. In other words, give back to the world, give back to your community. So take those times to withdraw, be on your own to kind of recharge your mental, physical batteries, but then go out and try to make the world a better place because, you know, there's so many problems in the world and we need as many people out there trying to make a positive difference as possible. Even if it's just as simple as smiling at somebody and saying hello as you're walking down the street.
Right.
Like when you're in another country, sometimes just smiling and saying hi and being friendly, it's like diplomacy. It's like building a bridge between our culture and theirs. You know, or trying a new food, or you know, if someone says, "Hey, have you tried this in our country?" You know, yes, I've tried it. It's so delicious. Or make sure you try it, and then you know, let them know that was a wonderful experience because people are so proud of their own cultures and stuff. You must have that experience in Japan, right?
Yeah, I think so. There's this one time where I was like dying for like food. I was like, oh my god, what do I go eat for dinner?
So hungry.
I'm so hungry. And they're like, I knew a couple of friends are like, hey, what do you recommend to go eat? And they're like, go just try this hole in the wall like soup place. And I was like, okay,
The best.
so I went to the hole in the wall soup place. Like, oh my god, it's so good.
It's so good,
Yeah.
and probably fairly inexpensive.
Yeah, it's local too, which
Yeah.
is really cool. It's not like a chain of like different tiny restaurants and all that fun stuff. So
Good advice.
Yeah.
Talk to the locals. Go to the hole in the wall that you would never probably go into anyway.
yeah, exactly.
If you walk into a restaurant overseas and there's a bunch of Westerners, I'd leave. Go find a place where you're the only Westerner or maybe only one other person and it's full of locals.
Yeah.
Those are usually good places to eat. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
I mean, be careful of street food.
yeah. Well,
Have you had bad experiences? Like
well,
intestinal?
I went to Portland called Manzanita for my dad's birthday, and we had
Portland, Oregon.
Yeah.
Manzanita is on the coast.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And there's this one time where we bought a spicy Italian sausage pizza, and we ate it. Then all of a sudden, my stomach was feeling weird and groggy, and all of a sudden, I was, and my dad was.
Oh, you both got sick.
Yeah, it
That's
was bad.
bad.
I was like, okay. Another one is where like a couple months ago, I was about to go to LA to go visit my sister, and all of a sudden I'm like, oh, something doesn't feel right, and it's like, you know that feeling where like, gotta brace for impact, and then
Brace for impact. Yes,
You're
I've
like,
been there. Not too often though, thankfully.
yeah, and then like I always feel bad for the other person standing right next to me. They have to like witness
Experience.
me drunk of it. I
Yes.
was like, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Oh no. you have
It's
to-
I'm miserable.
yeah.
Yeah, my son Connor, when he was younger, he got sick. I think food sickness, and then he got on a plane and he threw up. I think it was bad.
Yeah, oh,
yeah, it's
God,
embarrassing.
yeah. It is so embarrassing. You're like, I'm
And you're
sorry.
miserable.
Yeah.
So take your Imodium, guys. Be careful out there.
Yeah. What about like going to like? Do you like going to clubs and all that? Are you like a fan of going out drinking? Or like,
good
do you
question.
Not, like,
So you guys should know. Full disclosure: I'm getting older. I'm 58 now, so
you
I
look
have
very good.
Thank you, sir.
You look
Appreciate
like you're
that.
30.
I work out a lot. Try to stay healthy. So I have a grandson who's like 10. But yeah, so going into the clubs is not as important to me now as it was back in the day. I will occasionally go with, like I do recruiting, and there's a lot of other recruiters from other universities, colleges. Occasionally I'll go out with them, and I've had some really fun times. We went to this really great place in Ghana that was super cool, or maybe it was Nigeria. I don't remember.
That's so cool.
It was really fun. Actually, we did both Nigeria and Ghana, so that was really great. But the thing I don't like about going out too much anymore is I just need time to recharge as I get older. Also, nightclubs and clubs tend to be more exposed. So as far as security goes, I taught Taekwondo for a lot of years, and I taught self-defense. And, it's all about situational awareness and where you go. And just putting yourself into those places, your risk level goes up. I mean, you may have a great experience, might not be a problem, but just be aware that you are at a heightened level of risk if you do that. And people get drunk, and then they want to pick a fight, or they find out you're an American, or they start yelling. So, I don't do it as much, especially in my professional life. In my personal life, when I'm traveling alone, I generally prefer to go to like coffee or tea shops. Like when I was in Morocco, I went to this awesome tea place. Just sit out on the streets. There's so many people.
Freaking nice.
They got a band playing traditional Middle Eastern music. It was awesome.
That sounds like more like my type of style as well. Like me and my parents, we watch like travel videos like while we eat dinner. And there's this one video that we saw last night, like just a person walking down the street of Italy, and just like the streets of like little cafes outside with the sun. I'm like, that sounds so much fun. And like the little sign that says pizzeria on like a building, it's just down that way. And locals just in their flip flops. Like that's the style I like. That sounds so much fun.
That's right. And you can have and some of those places will serve alcohol. Like I usually drink tea or coffee because I don't drink alcohol as much anymore. As you get older, it's harder to lose weight, and most drinks are lots of calories, so I don't want to deal with that. I'm not a teetotaler. I will try the local beer, or whatever, but I don't know. It's just harder as you get older. And if you're worried about like jet lag, alcohol usually amplifies the effects of jet lag, so I don't like dealing with that.
No, I did not know that.
Yeah, drink a lot of water. That'll help with your jet lag. I've also been taking vitamin C lately when I travel, and it seems to make a huge impact.
Really?
Like the last time I traveled, I didn't really have jet lag. Yeah,
That is
I was just healthier, and I don't know. I could be just in my mind. I don't know, but all I know is it was a better experience. I love going to clubs because I like seeing people, but I'm also not young. I'm not picking up people anymore to try the local cuisine or whatever. So yeah, it's not super as important to me now.
Yeah. No, because like when I go out, right, I don't like going to clubs. I'm just like, okay. I prefer coffee and tea and just chilling.
For sure.
Out and talking.
But like if I went to Berlin, I might go out to a club.
Why? Yeah. What's in Berlin?
Berlin's known for its like club culture.
Really?
Like you go to these raves, or what is it? Electronic music, EM. Is it EM music? Or like these places you go in. There's like lasers everywhere, and they got a DJ. I mean, that's really fun.
That's cool.
Especially if you have a couple of people to go with. That's a really good time. But otherwise, yeah. I mean, if you go to a place that's known for it, I might try it out just for giggles. The other thing I like to do, other than just going out for like tea or coffee, is I like going to the local sporting events. I find that to be really enjoyable as I get older.
Oh, that's a good one.
Like when I was in Rio de Janeiro, I was like, I have to go to a soccer game.
Yeah.
I mean, you're in Brazil after all. And it was so fun.
Really?
And then when I went to Pachuca, Mexico, shout out to Pachuca, I went with the Education USA advisor there and a couple of her friends, and we went to the soccer game, watched a local Mexican team play. It was super fun.
Yeah.
So I like doing that stuff. I have a trip coming up in the spring in North Africa, and this coming spring is when Africa Cup is happening in Morocco.
Cool.
So I'm trying to see if I can time it so that I'm there for a game. That would be really great.
That is so cool. That's awesome.
Yeah, and if you go to a country like that has a special sport that maybe we don't have so much in the U.S., like say example, if you go to Australia, go to an Australian rules football game, or go watch rugby, like if you're in New Zealand or something.
Yeah.
If you go to Japan,
Sumo,
I definitely would go see a sumo match if I was there.
Yeah.
If you're like in Spain, go watch a handball thing or highlight or something.
That's cool.
Super cool.
open tennis. What is that tennis? There's like a tennis match in like somewhere in Paris. Oh my god.
Oh, you can see pro tennis in all sorts of places.
Yeah, that's cool though.
Or pickleball.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah. How do you feel about the World Cup coming up?
Love it.
Are you excited?
Very excited. I mean, I'm a little nervous that that FIFA is going to say, we don't like what's happening in the United States, so we're going to pull out.
Yeah, that's what my mom was saying.
Maybe that. Yeah. I mean, it's hard for me to know what I'm seeing on the internet, if it's like just garbage or if it's real. I think there is a remote possibility that FIFA might be like, we're worried about the people that are going to attend, but they're also really already invested, so I can't see how they would pull out without it being a really expensive and difficult thing to do. So we'll see what happens. I'm hoping that FIFA will go ahead and hold games in the U.S., Canada, and Mexico. And if that happens, I'm hoping to catch a game, but they're really expensive.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Like the tickets I've seen so far have been in like $500-600.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
I mean, do I want to spend $500 or $600 to watch? Maybe the Faroe Islands play. Croatia, maybe, because I'm a big Croatia fan. But I don't know. It's hard to say. What about you? Are you excited?
Yeah, I am excited for all the different cultures to come to Seattle. I think that's
so cool.
So cool. I would love to meet a famous soccer player or someone.
Yeah.
I don't know, but like that'd be. I wouldn't even recognize them. That's the thing, because I don't know anybody. But like, I feel like they're pretty fit and tall. And,
probably.
Yeah, it's like, oh, okay, yeah, hi, how's it going?
Are you a soccer player?
Yeah.
But I know you can volunteer. They are looking for volunteers now. I've heard people say, "Well, I'm not going to give this organization that makes billions of dollars my free time." On the other hand, it's like, I give my free time. I don't have to pay that $500 or $600 for a ticket. Maybe I get to see a game. I'm not really sure how it works, but it's something I might look into as well.
Yeah.
And cool thing about volunteering is you get to meet people from around the world, like you're talking about.
Yeah. So for a last moment thought,
sure.
Right, what is like some healthy benefits of traveling and like solo traveling?
Well, I just recommend everybody get outside their comfort zone to expand your world. I mean, the mental benefits, you become a lot more confident person. You pick up perspectives that you may not have ever considered. I mean, if you just stay in your tight little circle of friends and you're in a very tight little circle on the internet, like I only listen to this group of people, you're never going to get outside. You're never going to consider other people's points of view, their feelings, their experiences. So I challenge you all, no matter who you are, get out there and see the world, experience it. I mean, it's not super great for your health necessarily because it's a lot of work, a lot of stress. I mean, it's good stress, but it's still stress. Like, if you miss a plane, there's the whole stress of rebooking. There's always money stress. It's like, I got to make my money last. So and like I said, these are fun stresses, but they are stresses nonetheless. But I think the benefits are just great. There's nothing like, going and seeing something that you've dreamt of your whole life. Or you've seen a National Geographic for years and years and years.
Yeah.
For example, I had seen pictures of the Taj Mahal in India my whole life. 50 plus years of seeing National Geographic, seeing India. And then I finally went and saw the Taj Mahal in person.
Wow.
And I was like, and it exceeded all my expectations.
That is so cool.
Like, I was like, this is way bigger, way grander than I had imagined. Now, that can also work in reverse, too. Like, when I first saw the Eiffel Tower, like I'd seen the Eiffel Tower in magazines my whole life.
Yeah.
And then I went to Paris and I saw it and I was like, yeah, whatever. So sometimes it's bigger. I mean, I love the Eiffel Tower, no offense. I love France. Love France.
Yeah.
But what did exceed my expectations in France was the Louvre and the Jeu de Paume Museum. And, those museums were like way better than I imagined. So sometimes things exceed your expectations. Sometimes you're like, whatever. Like the Grand Canyon. I love the Grand Canyon. I've been there multiple times. But the first time I was there, it was like, there's a big hole in the ground. Cool. It is grand and everything. But it's like, all right.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
The Great Wall of China was kind of that way for me. Like, it was really cool because it's something I'd seen in magazines my whole life.
Right.
And then you get there and you climb around on it for a while and everything, and then you're like, all right, good,
Okay,
let's go.
cool. Yeah,
Let's go get somebody.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, right.
You got to check it off your list. Like,
Okay.
I've been to the Great Wall. That was really
Yeah,
awesome.
Yeah, I'm done.
But something, things that exceeded my expectations, like when I was in China, for example, were like the terracotta warriors in Xi'an. Like, I'd seen those in magazines my whole life too, the clay guys that are standing there.
Yeah.
I was like, whatever. And then you get there in person and you're like, oh my God,
Yeah,
there's so many.
Yeah.
And it's just like, there's just so many and they're all decked out in different ways. You didn't realize how much variety there is. That like exceeded my expectations.
That's
really cool.
so cool. That's awesome. I think that's really neat on how like you think one way it's going to go, but then it goes completely a different way. It's
Right,
like,
right.
What? Wow. And it's like, I can't
Right.
believe I'm the one that gets to witness it,
Yeah, it's usually those big UNESCO World Heritage sites that are like, it's going to go one way or the other usually because you build it up in your mind, maybe. It's usually the places that like I had no idea they even existed that just blow my mind.
Right.
It's like, wow, that was awesome. The places like the Eiffel Tower, you build it up for years and years and years.
Yeah.
But Taj Mahal, like I said, Taj Mahal exceeded all my expectations. You just never know.
Yeah. Well, cool.
Yeah. Where's your next big trip?
Oh, I don't know. That's a good question. So I had a winter break this coming up December, but then I only have 2 weeks. So I was thinking of going to Europe, but then it's really only 2 weeks if you think about it. So it's really small. So if I land in Dublin, right, you lose a day. Then I have to okay, I got 2 days in Dublin. Then I have to go here. That's like 1 day, and it's like already half a week. I'm like, I want to go here. So I'm like, I want to if I want to go to Europe, I want to go at least a month or a half.
Well, if you can find a really good price, 2 weeks is pretty good. Like if your plane ticket is pretty low, then I would say 2 weeks.
1,500.
Yeah, it's too much.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Don't do that.
Yeah.
I would say if you want to have a European-like experience, but not go to all the cost, I'd recommend San Luis Potosi, Mexico. I was blown away by this town. For one, it's like in the center of Mexico. It's a pretty safe place as far as Mexican cities go. It felt like I was in Spain. Like I was like, if I closed my eye, I just got dropped here, I would think I was in Spain. It was really, really cool. And from Seattle, you can get a flight pretty cheap,
Really?
I think. Yeah, not anywhere near what you're talking about to go to Ireland. Another choice that you might experience a European-like culture, even get a foreign language, is go to like Montreal or Quebec City. Go to Quebec because you're going to get French, and it feels like you're in Europe.
That is cool.
I mean, yeah, you don't have to go super far. Since you're short on time and on money, you can look towards those directions. Mexico has a lot of really great things to offer.
Yeah, my mom really wants to go to New Mexico City.
Oh, yeah.
New Mexico. Did I say it right?
Are you talking about Mexico City?
New Mexico? No, yeah, probably Mexico City.
Yeah, Mexico City. I loved Mexico City, and you can see it within just a few days. All the big touristy highlights. I mean, to really get to know the city and to be there for a long period of time is obviously the best. But if you have a short, only 2 weeks or so, you can get to Mexico City pretty cheap. And there's some a lot of history there, a lot of things going on. And it's pretty safe, in my opinion. I mean, a lot of people might disagree with me, but I think it's pretty safe. I'd go to Mexico City. Anywhere really, like El Salvador. A lot of people don't even think about El Salvador because they have it in their mind that it's a super dangerous place. But
Right, it's not.
It's really not that bad. It's got great surfing. Their coastline is gorgeous.
Right.
So yeah, if you are short on time and money, consider Central America, where it's just a short Alaska or maybe Aeromexico flight. Caribbean can be cheap too if you're careful. I just got back from Jamaica.
Yeah, I want to go to Jamaica so bad.
I wouldn't go right now. It's recovering from that huge hurricane.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But I also went to Trinidad and Tobago, and I went to Barbados. Awesome. Not very far away. Fairly inexpensive to get to.
Have you ever
Not super cheap to be there, but
Have you been to Kokomoko?
no.
No? They have a song about it.
Down It's a Beach Boys thing, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that's what you're talking about.
Yeah, I had to look it up.
Not been there.
I
Where
heard-
is it?
I don't know. It's somewhere in Kokomoko, I guess.
No, Kokomoko is the city, isn't it? I don't even know if it's real. I think the Beach Boys were smoking something. Wait a minute. But I need to look it up. Look it up on ChatGPT.
Oh, that's good.
And by the way, I watched a video today on travel, and you can get a lot of really great information by doing research on ChatGPT. This is something I didn't ever do before, but I've really started using it as a tool to help me plan my trips. And the more detailed information you put into...
The more detail put out, yeah.
Right.
I've been doing that with my Europe trip that I've been trying to do. And
Really
gives
good.
me, I'm like, dude, thank you so much.
Right.
You're amazing.
You have to take the information with a grain of salt. But if you really... like, normally I'm traveling as part of my job, and I'll maybe get a day or maybe a couple days here and there. So it's like I want to maximize what I do during that time. So it's like, help me create a itinerary for a 2 or 3 day stay in whatever city I'm in. That's really been helpful. Saves my time when I'm doing a lot of research. I can cut that down quite a bit.
That's awesome. That's cool.
And they're not sponsoring this video at all. So.
Yeah. No, not yet.
Not yet, but check out.
Yeah,
Check
check
out
out
the future.
check out his podcast. What is it called again?
Conversations with. It's on YouTube. It's on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts. You can go there. I'm in my 4th season. Today's episode just came out today.
I saw an hour ago.
We had
saw
a
it.
guest from Mozambique today.
That's so
yeah,
cool.
very
That's
cool.
awesome.
And if you haven't been to Mozambique, and I have not, check it out because it looks amazing. Some beaches like nobody goes
Really?
to.
Oh, that's awesome.
Stay away from the north. A lot of people getting kidnapped or shot up there. But if you stay further central south, it can be pretty safe.
That's awesome. Well, cool.
I want to know about your talk show future. Anything on that horizon?
Well, I thought this would be kind of like a talk show slash. That's what I was saying. You're like my first ever talk show guest to pop on to This Is Not Late Night.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
So that's going to be on YouTube. Yeah.
whoever's out there watching and listening, be on the show.
That'd be cool. That'd be very neat. Yeah. And if you ever see Evan walking in your country, go say hi. He's really friendly.
Please, I'm terribly shy. So.
Yeah. He's crazy. Could not. This podcast was crazy.
Yeah, check out my podcast and let me know.
Yeah. Yay.
It's good stuff.